Hey guys, Sonic Smashbro here, and somehow, I don't know how, King of Games for Speed Duel is done for this month a day before the season reset. Yeah, I did not feel like grinding this whatsoever because of, Therion still running around, people not playing by the ban list, etc. But if I was gonna attempt this, I at least wanted to do it with something that was fun to play for me. And so I looked to Photon Galaxy, something I've wanted to cover for a long time. It's had many different variants over the years, and I for the longest time could not keep up with it. That's why I wasn't able to profile it until now. But with all the support that we've gotten over the years, the new skill we just got, and on top of that, a little bit of help from Mazar, but not too much, Photon Galaxy, despite losing access to Tachyon Transmigration, is still an absolute beast. So let's take a look at this with the skill of choice, Number Galaxy. I'm referring to this build as Prime Photon Galaxy, but anyway. You can only use this skill's second and third effects once per duel. First effect is the restriction and one bonus. You can only normal or special summon Number, Galaxy, or Photon monsters and rank 4 Xyz monsters. When using a Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon or Galaxy-Eyes Afterglow Dragon as material to Xyz summon, you can treat them as level 4. This second effect is terribly worded, so I am going to explain how it properly works here. During your main phase, shuffle one card from your hand into the deck. Then, play one Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon or Galaxy-Eyes Afterglow Dragon from your hand. Then, add one Galaxy or Photon monster from your deck to your hand. If you played Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon, you can add 2 monsters to your hand instead of any combination. Yeah, this effect is terribly worded and it has actually caused me to misplay, so I'm explaining how this actually works here. Third and final effect, if only your opponent controls a monster, play one Number 90 Galaxy-Eyes Photon Lord from outside of your deck. Yeah, Number 90 is back in the game after 3 years of being removed completely. What does that say? So we're starting things off, actually, with Galaxy-Eyes Tachyon Primal. We're getting some help from Mazar on this one. If a Dragon Xyz monster plays an attack, attach this card on the field to it as an overlay unit. You can only use each of the following effects of Tachyon Primal once per turn. If a Dragon Xyz monster is on the field, quick effect, you can switch summon this card from your hand to either field. If this card is normally special summoned, the owner of this card adds a Tachyon spell or trap card from their deck to their hand. And now for the party to really start with triple Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon. You can special summon this card from your hand by tributing 2 monsters with 2,000 or more attack points during either player's battle step. When this card battles an opponent's monster, you can target the monster this card is battling, banish both the opponent's monster and this card. At the end of the battle phase, return any monsters banished by this effect to the field. And if the other monster was an Xyz monster, this card gains 500 attack points for each overlay unit it had when it was banished. That is not a once per turn, by the way, as I have made some people learn the hard way, and even I've learned that the hard way myself. Anyway, moving on, we got triple Galaxy-Eyes Afterglow Dragon. If you control a Galaxy-Eyes monster, you special summon this card from your hand in defense position. If this card is detached from an Xyz monster as an overlay unit to activate that monster's effect, you can take one Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon from your hand or deck and either special summon it or attach it to an Xyz monster control as an overlay unit. Then, if you activate this effect during the battle phase, double the attack points of all Number Xyz monsters you currently control. You can only use each effect of Afterglow Dragon once per turn. Yeah, this thing is really good. This thing is crazy, and it can even help you sweep your game in stupid situations, as you're gonna see plenty of later. Moving on, triple Galaxy Soldier. You can send one of a light monster from your hand to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand in defense position. When this card is special summoned, you can add a Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand. This effect is once per turn. Triple Photon Delta Wing. I don't see people playing this card, and I don't get it. It's really good. If this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one Photon Delta Wing from your hand or deck in defense position. Obviously, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn, except for light monsters. Your opponent cannot declare an attack while you control another Photon Delta Wing. Mainly, this is just here to get into our rank 4 Galaxy Photon Dragon, but it's still really good at that. Moving right along, we got triple Photon Vanisher. Cannot be normal summoned or set, must first be special summoned from your hand while you control a Photon or Galaxy monster. This cannot attack during the turn it is special summoned. You can only special summon Photon Vanisher once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can add one Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon from your deck to your hand. An Xyz monster that was summoned using this card in the field as an overlay unit gains this effect. Banish any monster destroyed by battle with this card. kind of nice, but it's mainly an extender for a lot of situations. Even going second, it can be useful. Moving right along, we have Galaxy Knight. If you control the Photon or Galaxy monster, you can normal summon this card without tributing. When you do normal summon it this way, target one Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon in your graveyard if possible. Regardless of that, this card will lose 1,000 attack points, and if it does, special summon that target, if any at all, in face-up defense position. This attack decrease lasts until the end phase. We have ourselves the Photon Jumper. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can activate this effect, skip your next battle phase, also special summon this card from your hand, then end this battle phase. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Photon or Galaxy spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. Each effect is once per turn. So, on rare occasions, this can be used for battle stall, so you can actually set up an inboard that can fight back against whatever you would have lost to, but more often than not, it's an extender. And now for Photon Cerberus. During the turn this card was normal summoned, neither player can activate trap cards while this card is faced upon the field. You really should be using this more than you might think. This comes up more than you'd expect. I really wish I thought of doing this against that one Blue Eyes Tachyon that had Majesty and Transmigration set, and also True Light was just being True Light. If I had done that, I could have probably gotten through and done this on the first attempt, or at least one of the early attempts, but oh well, what can you do? Great into Blue Eyes, great into Eldritch, great into anything abusing the Tachyon engine, because they might have the set Transmigration, which you can stop them from activating in the first place once this hits the field. Basically, anything that requires traps in spades, this shuts them down cold. For one turn, mind you, but anyway, that's it for monsters on the spells and traps. We got Photon, Stream of Destruction. If you control a Galaxy-Eyes monster, target one card on the field, banish that target. You can only activate this card during your turn unless you control Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon. Then it becomes a quick effect during either player's turn. Hyper Galaxy! Basically Photon Galaxy's successor soul. Like, literally, it's Photon Galaxy's very own successor soul. Tribute one monster with 2,000 or more attack points except for Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon, then target one monster your opponent controls with 2,000 or more attack points, tribute it. And if you do, special summon one Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard. You can only activate one Hyper Galaxy per turn. Next up is Galaxy Expedition. If you control a level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy monster, special summon one level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy monster from your deck in face-up defense position. You can only activate one Galaxy Expedition per turn. Triple the Melody of Awakening Dragon. This card is stupid. Discard one card, add the two Dragon-type monsters with 3,000 or more attack and 2,500 or less defense from your deck to your hand. That's Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon, that's Afterglow Dragon, and that is Tachyon Primal. Need I say more? Anyway, Spice Tech here, Photon Trident. Do not sleep on this thing. Target one face-up Photon monster you control. Until the end phase, you gain 700 attack points, and if it attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. When it inflicts battle damage to your opponent this turn, you can target a spell or trap card on the field and destroy that target. Do not underestimate that thing. Anyway, on the traps, we got triple infinite impermanence. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls to gain its effects until the end of this turn. Then, if this card was set before activation and is on the field of resolution, for the rest of this turn, all other spell and trap card effects in this column are negated. If you control no cards, you can activate this card from your hand. So really, we just need some kind of hand trap, and I think this is the best choice. It's a board bringer going second if you really need to, or if you can't necessarily, like, hand trap somebody because their hand trap's safe. You can at least use this to force an interaction going second and just go from there. It's multi-purpose compared to other hand traps for this. I know DD Crow is probably better, I know Droll is probably better, although we're going to be losing access to at least one Droll anyway. So, I personally believe in infinite impermanence, make of that what you will. And lastly, instead of Tachyon Transmigration, we now play Tachyon Spiral Galaxy. Target one Dragon-type Galaxy monster you control. Until the end of this turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, it is unaffected by other card effects except for its own. You can only activate one Tachyon Spiral Galaxy per turn, and if you control a Galaxy-Eyes Tachyon Dragon monster, whether it's number 107 or Chaos number 107, you can activate this card from your hand. Onto the extra deck with number 62, Galaxy-Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. We finally have Kite's Galaxy-Eyes number. And you wonder why I call this Prime Photon Galaxy. Anyway, if this card attacks or is attacked during damage calculation at either player's turn, you can detach an overlay unit from this card once per battle. This card gains attack points equal to the combined ranks of all Xyz monsters currently on the field times 200 during that damage calculation only. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, while it has Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as an overlay in it, you can special summon this card during your second standby phase after activation and double its attack points. Any battle damage this card inflicts to your opponent is halved unless it has Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as an overlay in it. Number 90, Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, finally in the game again after so long. If this card has a Photon card as an overlay in it, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. You can only use it to the following effects of number 90 once per turn. When an opponent's monster activates its effect, quick effect, you can detach an overlay unit from this card, negate that monster's effect, and if a detached overlay unit was a Galaxy card, destroy that card. And during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can take one Photon or Galaxy card from your deck and either add it to your hand or attach it to this card as an overlay unit. This thing is incredibly versatile. Number 38, Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a spell card or effect is activated on the field, you can negate that effect, and if you do, attach that card to this card as an overlay unit. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can detach an overlay unit from this card, change the attack target to this card, and perform damage calculation. If a phase of Xyz monster you control, or monsters, is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target one phase of Xyz monster you control, it gains attack points equal to one of those destroyed monster's original attack points, and that's permanent. We're getting a little more help from Mazar one last time, with number 107, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Once per battle phase at the start of your battle phase, you can attach one overlay unit from this card and negate the effects of all of the face-up monsters currently on the field. And that's not until the end of the turn. Also, their attack and defense points give them their original attack and defense points. During the battle phase, if you activate this effect this turn, each time an opponent's card effect resolves, this card gains 1,000 attack points at the end of the battle phase. Also, it can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Moving back over to Kite stuff for the rest of this, we have Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon. You can also Xyz summon this card by using a Galaxy Eyes Xyz monster you control as the overlay unit, except for Full Armor Photon Dragon. Any overlay units that are attached to that monster also become overlay units on this card. Once per turn, you can target up to 2 equipped cards equipped to this card. Attach them to this card as overlay units. Once per turn, you can attach an overlay unit from this card and target a face-up card your opponent controls. Destroy that target. Galaxy Photon Dragon. Other light monsters you control gain 500 attack points, and you can only use each of the following effects of Galaxy Photon Dragon once per turn. You can detach an overlay unit from this card, either add a Photon or Galaxy card from your deck to your hand, or send it from your deck to the graveyard. If a light monster or monsters is special summoned to your field, except during the damage step, you can target one of those monsters, and its level becomes 4 or 8 until the end of this turn. Next up we have Galaxy Eyes Cypher Blade Dragon. You can also Xyz summon this card by using a rank 8 Galaxy Eyes Xyz monster control as the overlay unit. Transfer its overlay units to this card. Cannot be used as material for an Xyz summon. Once per turn, or rather can't be used as an overlay unit for an Xyz summon, I'm trying to keep the bit up here. Once per turn, you can attach an overlay unit from this card and target one card on the field, destroy it. If this Xyz summon card you control is destroyed by battle with an opponent's attacking monster or destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to your graveyard, you can target a Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon in your graveyard and special summon it. We don't play Cypher Dragon, I'd love to, but we kinda need Tachyon here, unfortunately, so I had to get a little help from Mazar on this one. Chaos number 62, Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. This is our board-breaking win condition going second, and it's just a giant bog. You'll see what I mean. You can also Xyz summon this card by using number 62, Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon you control, and transfer its overlay units to this card. At the start of your battle phase, you can detach one overlay unit from this card. This card can make up to 3 attacks on monsters during this battle phase, so it's just better than Neo Tachyon. If this card has Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as an overlay unit, it gains these effects. First of all, it's unaffected by your opponent's monster effects while Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon is an overlay unit, and it gains attack points equal to the combined levels and ranks of its attached overlay units times 100, and that's continuous. It's crazy. As for our Link, we have Galaxy Eyes Soul Flare Dragon. If this card is Link summoned, you can target one Photon or Galaxy monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. During your opponent's main phase quick effect, you can discard one Photon card and one Galaxy card, or discard one Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, then target one special summon monster your opponent controls and destroy it. Each effect is once per turn. So this can blow up Princess Athena as a protection and blow up the Mystical Elf before they get the draw. Need I say more? Anyway, long-winded explanation aside, let's finally get to those replays. I've got plenty of bonus replays to show here, or at least 2, but still, plenty considering the absolute grind I had to go through. Enjoy some insanity. I sure know I didn't. So, for the first of these 2 bonus replays, we got a Therion not playing by the ban list, as you'd expect with any Therion, really. So, a couple of these were during failed attempts, I'll put it to you that way. In fact, both of these bonus replays were from failed attempts. Because honestly, some of these were just too good to not share. Next time I'm letting that whistle play out in silence if we get it.
The Egyptian god cards. No one has ever overcome our teamwork. Duel.
Oh, we'll see about that. So here's how this works. You just need any 3 cards in combination, including 1 Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon. So once you have that, you're going to play the GEPD and go ahead and grab Afterglow, Photon Delta Wing, or Galaxy Soldier and Jumper. Basically, any of these 4 in combination, in addition to your Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon, or Photon Banisher as well, you basically want to see these all together all at once. Anyway, you're going to go ahead and special summon your Afterglow Dragon, and make number 90 before you do anything else. This makes you safe from at least 1 hand trap, except for Infinite Impermanence, unfortunately. Welcome back, Photon Lord. Now be joined by Delta Wing. Activate to get another Delta Wing on the field. And we'll go ahead and make Galaxy Photon Dragon in the extra monster zone. Galaxy Soldier will discard the Photon Jumper. We're going to go ahead and add Tachyon Primal, Hyper Galaxy in this case, and also make Galaxy Soldier level 8. Sometimes you might want to add Photon Stream of Destruction, namely in the Lyrillist matchup, where none of their monsters can really break 2,000 attack points to begin with, so what's it matter? Tachyon Primal grabs you your Spiral Galaxy, and then Galaxy Soldier being level 8, and the Tachyon Primal will make your number 38 of Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. Galaxy Photon Dragon just grabs whatever card you might need among that whole combo. In this case, since we need Photon Vanisher, we grab that last. If you need anything else, you detach the overlay unit sooner. That gets you a second Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon, this one to your hand, so that when you link summon the Soul Flare Dragon, you can grab back Photon Jumper safely. Set your 2 back row, and let me talk about how crazy this end board is. You have a monster negate that can also have a GEPD float. You have a special summon pop by discarding simply Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon. You have a spell negate. You have a way to make number 38 or whatever group of the 2 you choose unaffected by your opponent's card effects, or even your own if you're using other ones. But primarily your opponent's, on top of making it indestructible by battle, and number 38 can redirect attacks. So on top of all of this, you have Hyper Galaxy to basically be a successor soul that gets you another Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon, including from the graveyard if they so choose, and if they somehow get past all of that, you have Jumper as a last resort. That's insane. That is 1, 2, and also technically 3 because of the fact that you can add another card to hand during the opponent's turn. And this is why you want to be doing that, because, Kaijus. But that's 3, 4, technically up to 7 of monsters alone. 5, 6, 7 possible interaction moments. Well, actually, wait, no, that'd be 10, which is crazy.
The powers of light and darkness combined. effect.
And here come the shenanigans.
I activate the quick play spell. Say hello to Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon.
Yeah, get your damn kaiju off my field, buddy.
I activate my monster's effect. Okay. I activate my monster's effect.
And there we go. I'm about to get BM'd on so hard.
I activate my monster's effect.
Sure about that? I activate my monster's effect.
My monster's effect.
Sure about that? I flip over my set card. I activate my trap.
I actually wanted that negated, mainly so I can start redirecting attacks with number 38.
From my hand,
When a spell activates, Titanic Galaxy can use its effect. Scale Storm of Annihilation!
So this guy tries to BM me by making the original, the one and only, Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Yeah, he does this to me, and then sells almost immediately.
From my hand, I activate a quick play spell. Let's battle.
Yeah, you might want to reconsider what you just did.
This will do.
I activate Galaxy Eyes' effect. When Galaxy Eyes battle, I banish both our monsters. Time to hunt. It's my turn.
So we can't quite run over the Neo Galaxy Eyes right now, but Galaxy Expedition off the top is gonna see to it that we can.
Show yourself. Number 62. Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. Unite the dragons that live between light and dark. This is the number I wield. Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon.
Why this doesn't have a summon animation, with the trident striking the moon and all, I will never
The
know.
overlay network. I exceed summon.
And I really wish we got a new voice line for this.
Let's battle. I activate my monster's effect.
Anyway, time for
Afterglow Dragon's no longer an open.
me to BM and just casually summon the original Galaxy Eyes, and then bonk this guy in the head.
Whatever strap.
Yeah, 11,000 attack points, and it gets dumber. And for the second bonus replay, we've got Lyrillus running Precious Cards of the Wind, which means they have access to Kiteroids, they have access to Lava Golems, they have all the usual freaking toxicity that is running rampant in this format right now.
Let's duel.
Kite! What are you doing here?
Duel.
Here I go. My turn. I refuse to
Yeah, that's an Arc 5 reference, and
Lyrillus Turquoise Warbler.
not much of a good one if I'm being honest.
Special summoning Turquoise Warbler activates her effect. Lyrillus. Special summoning Celestine Wagtail activates her effect. I activate the spell card, Lyrillus Bird Call. My beautiful bird, harmonize above the Join me.
Yeah, whatever. So, we know this is gonna be a problem, right?
Use one overlay unit to activate Recital Starling's effect. Feral Canary's effect active. Lyrillus. My beautiful bird. Spread your wings.
Yeah, Assembled Nightingale, one of the biggest mistakes in Duel Links.
Set a card. I'm setting. With that, I end my turn.
I draw. Let the hunt. Rank up Xyz Evolution.
Now, in this case, I go straight to Cyberblade Dragon, because my goal is not to hit the Lyrilusks, because I know I can't.
I use one overlay unit to
I use one one overlay unit to play Cypher Blade Dragon's effect.
That was my biggest concern, because, yep, Lyralis can play Eclipse again!
I send a light monster to the graveyard. Appear! Galaxy by specials, I activate my monster's effect.
I'll play this.
I banish one card and play.
Yeah, go ahead and droll me, dude. I don't care.
When Galaxy Eyes is on go! I build the overlay network.
And so we make Photon Lord, and you, sir, have just lost your main win condition.
End my turn.
Here I go.
You're up.
I draw. Join me. Lyra,
Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord activates its effect.
So I grabbed Primal here. The end result is going to be funny.
my beautiful bird. Chirp and sing.
Goes ahead and makes the Robin.
Using Sapphire Swallow to exceed. I activate my continuous. I activate
Bird Sanctuary. Here we go. Time to get... Oh, no Golem.
Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord uses
And here's where things get hilarious.
your monster's effect. Afterglow Dragon's no longer an overlay unit. So watch this. That won't work. I
And
activate
furthermore,
my
we have
monster's
Tachyon Primal ready to go.
Watch this.
So I'm pretty sure
Galaxy Eyes
they could have actually stopped this if, you know, they realized, wait, go after the Tachyon Primal. But I think as well, it might be a case of, because Photon Dragon hit the field last, that's the one that has to be targeted?
Celestine Blacktails.
Either way, that was Galaxy Braid. Hey-oh!
Ensemble Robin, attack. That ends my turn.
Time to hunt. I draw. From my hand, I activate my spell card. When Galaxy Eyes is on my go!
I use one overlay you.
Galaxy Eyes.
You
Photon
think
Lord
you
uses
will?
an overlay unit. Negates your monster's effect.
Ensemble Robin activates when it's sent to the graveyard.
And I still have full armor Photon Dragon on standby.
System guides me to the new Photon Dragon uses an overlay unit. I activate my spell card. Say hello. Show yourself. Number 62. This is the number I wield.
And you know this is gonna lead to a big bonk, right? Well, it actually won't because of freaking Kyphoid, but...
Summon my monster. I'll set a card. I set a card. Let's battle. I activate my
Really, the
monster's
main thing I
effect.
want to have on standby is just another Galaxy Eyes, just in case, so we can get some damage in.
Ready to taste it.
I'll play
Direct
this.
attack.
Yeah, I got plenty more. Get out of here.
I didn't stand a chance.
Whatever strategies you try, they'll all fail against me.
Yeah, number 62 has come in clutch on numerous occasions, and now for the climb proper. I honestly did not count the attempts this time, mainly because I just didn't feel like it. This took way too long, this wasn't a fun climb, and I just wanted this over with. I didn't even care if I failed it this time, put it that way. But anyway, Nash. I have seen so many Nashes recently making so many stupid mistakes.
You'll learn firsthand what only one Duel.
So we have Vanisher, we have GETD, we have Afterglow. We basically have
My spell card.
3 of the cards in combination that we
The
need.
hunt begins. When Galaxy Eyes is go. I build the overlay network. Appear. Number 9. Watch this. I activate mine. Let's go. Watch this. I exceed summon mine. I activate my monster's effect. I send a light monster to the grave. Appear.
Funny Galaxy Soldier, here we go.
I activate my monsters effect.
You've seen this combo enough times by now that from here on out, if I get it, I'm just gonna speed things along.
I activate I play this. I activate my monsters effect.
There are different variations to this line, some of which don't even need Delta Wing at all.
Merge into one. Witness number 38. Join me, Photon Vanisher. Photon Vanisher lets me apply your Galaxy Eyes Photon. Let's go. I Link summon my monster. I activate my monsters effect. I'll set a call.
In this case, I went with Photon Stream Destruction, as I believe nothing that Nash has in the main deck can reach higher than 2,000 attack, or even hit 2,000 attack at all. And very few things in his extra deck that he'll actually summon can actually hit that mark.
I'm Nash, the one who rules the 7 Barian Emperors. I draw. This will show the true power.
When a spell activates, Titanic Galaxy can use its
I activate a quick play spell.
Forbidden Chalice, man.
Quick play spell, mystical space.
Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord activates its effect.
Those were certainly the days.
Destiny has chosen.
Well, moving right along.
Swim on out. Crystal Shark, activate Crystal Shark.
Sure about that?
Let's just go ahead and get that banished.
Dream Shark. Bloodsaw Shark's effect. Act Gazer Shark. Dive into the depths to rescue the souls of the forgotten. Appear.
So, this guy has access to Nash Knight.
Abyss Shark.
And I basically have no choice.
Number 101.
Yeah, he's just raw making Silent Hunter art. And so, you know what? Let's let this play out. Honestly, I want to climb with Shark at some point.
Silent Hunter art uses an overlay unit.
And the only thing you could take was Soul Flare, and I'm fine with that.
Surfacing Big Jaws activates its effect when it's summoned. Come out! Lantern! I build the overlay network. Go! I use an overlay unit to activate.
You realize neither of these are destructible by card effect, right? Not right now, anyway.
Galaxy Eyes is on my.
I use an overlay unit to activate Valley.
Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord uses an overlay unit. It negates your monster's effect. Go! The radiance of the solar system guides me to the new embodiment.
But with this, yeah, Nash is actually forced.
I activate my spell card, Galaxy Expedition! It's special. Let's go, Galaxy Knight! Show yourself. Number 62, Galaxy Eyes Prime. This is the number I wield. Show yourself. I build the overlay network. Let's battle. I activate my monsters effect. Afterglow Dragon's no longer an oak. Take this. Ready to taste it.
Now, I'm sitting here somewhat questioning why that particular Nash Knight couldn't be destroyed. I'm gonna check real quick right now before I move on. I wanna say it might be something related to... Huh, I'm not actually sure. Yeah, no, I'm not actually sure on this one. There was no right-hand shark, I don't think, anyway. Or was it left-hand? I forget. Either way, no, it was left-hand. No, it was right. Right is battle, left is card effect. But anyway, if anyone knows, tell me what exactly happened there, because I'm confused. But either way, same result. Next order of business, we've got Blue Eyes, and in particular, Blue Eyes Tachyon, because this guy does not want to play him on his ban list. Believe me, you're gonna hear that plenty of times.
Let their duel. Get ready. My turn. The spell card. Bingo machine.
Making this even worse is that I go second. Although that might be more preferable than going first here, because Blue Eyes is kind of a rough matchup for Photon Galaxy, I noticed, mainly just because of the fact that you have very little that can reliably actually out Majesty.
Kaiba Man, the legend. I activate Kaiba Man, the legend's effect. Not a single. You have. I set a card face down.
That's true line.
Synchro summon.
Bro basically makes the full board, and I mean the full board.
Watch closely. I special summon him. I activate Kaiba Man, the legend's effect. I activate my continuous trap. True light. Not a single. Let's do this. I exceed summon.
Here we go!
My
Dragluxion!
activates.
And the freaking Primal.
My monsters of. Let's do this. My monsters effect.
And to grab Transmigration, cannot wait for that combo to be gone.
My monsters effect. Let's do
Into
this.
Afterglow, we're not even done
Watch
there!
closely. Exceed summon.
Number 90,
My monsters effect. Activate. Watch closely.
and number 38.
Exceed summon a monster.
I do not,
I set a card.
I will not miss this,
Give it
just
your
saying.
best shot. Not that it will help you.
Draw.
I end my turn.
The radiance of the solar system guides me to a new world. The new Photon Dragon uses an overlay unit
See
to
how
get
you
rid of
like
cards.
this.
Galaxy
Go
Side
right
Effect.
ahead, I don't care.
Blue eyes, jet. Fly at top.
Let's see if we can get this rolling.
The hunt begins. Join me, Photon Vanish. Photon Vanisher lets me acquire Galaxy Eyes. I play this. I exceed summon my monster. I send a light monster to the grave. Appear. Galaxy my special summoning Galaxy.
See how
What?
you like this. I reveal my face down card. My counter.
Let's go, Galaxy Knight. I tribute summon my knight. Say hello. I build the overlay network.
Let's make number 90.
Number 90. I activate my monsters effect. Afterglow Dragon.
True lights effect activate.
I activate my monsters effect. Show yourself.
And here come the
I
shenanigans.
special summon my monster. Say hello. I activate my monsters effect. Show yourself. Number 62.
Number 62 moment. More specifically, Chaos number 62, but
I
anyway.
activate blue eyes.
Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord uses an
Let's not, and say we did.
Gates your monsters. Show yourself. I exceed summon my monster.
Hey buddy, you left yourself open.
You think that'll work
My
on me?
monster attack.
That's what I have to say to you. Bonk.
Whatever.
I love the big bonk from Chaos 62, dude. It's so fun. Anyway, Stromberg de Fleur. Yeah, first time we're seeing Sherry in a while, and we're not gonna see her for more than a few seconds.
You'll pay.
This duel. It's my victory. From my hand, I activate a spell card. It must.
You need.
Yeah, that was a breath. And quite frankly, I don't care. I'm not dealing with Stromberg's stun. Screw that. So, next up, another Therion not playing by the ban list, and with triple rookie basically like back to back to back, you can tell they're only in Legend because of Therion, and you can tell they are bad.
You'll learn firsthand what unstoppable power feels like.
What my
Duel!
Bro gets to Regulus, right? Or at least has Regulus. I don't know what he's thinking, but like...
From my hand, I activate my field spell.
There's the Regulus.
From my hand, I activate my monster. I'll play this. I activate my monster's effect. Come on out.
But then just go straight for the cataclysmic on here. He doesn't even bother setting up his hand trap immunity. And so that's gonna cost him because Imperm.
In my hand, I activate my trap.
I activate my monster's effect. I activate my monster's effect. Watch and learn.
Bro, get out of here.
I draw.
I end my
Let the
turn.
hunt begin. The radiance of the solar system guides me.
And now all I have to do is force the Regulus. He has nothing else.
Photon Dragon uses an overlay unit to get rid of
I
Photon.
activate my
Galaxy
monster's effect.
Sidewinder. Let the hunt. Let's go, Galaxy Knight. I retribute some. I activate my monster's effect. Watch this. I activate my monster's effect. I build the overlay network. I appear. Number 90. When Galaxy Eyes is out.
So initially I'd considered going for 107, but then I figured, wait, Photon Lord would just block the view altogether.
Galaxy Eyes Prime. This is the number.
Yeah, number 62 came up a lot this attempt.
I build the overlay network.
In fact, with the exception of, I believe, the Sherry Brick, it's come up in every single
Come on out.
game of this climb.
I use one overlay unit to play Cypher Blade Dragon's effect. I'll spat.
Get rid of the Disc Coliseum.
I activate my monsters of Afterglow Dragons. Nope. Say hello.
We BM out here by summoning Galaxy Eyes. And bonk!
This isn't over.
You have a good.
Oh my god, dude. If you think that's insane, this rank up is, I hate to say it, boring, anticlimactic, and literally just worm slop.
You'll learn.
If
Duel.
Let the game.
Like, I look at this, and I'm just sitting here like, wait, Tenyi? Actual Tenyi? And then he just plays down Golden Sword Soul and just sits on Punisher.
With this, I end my turn.
Brother, if that's all, you're free!
You pay for. Let's go, Galaxy Knight. I retribute summon. Show yourself. Number 62. This is the number I wield. I play this.
And you pretty much know how this is gonna go.
The overlay network battle. I activate my monsters. Afterglow Dragons no longer an open. You've been hunted.
Bonk. I really wish it didn't go like that, just saying.
You need more heart if you want to defeat me.
But, I mean, hey, considering all I went through, I'll take a King of Games even with this at this point. Prime Photon Galaxy in King of Games. Let's go. So, anticlimactic finish aside, man, I hate this format, but I have a lot of fun with this particular deck. It's basically the C's version of a flexible deck for me, akin to Synchron and how you go about combo lines. Sure, your end boards may be similar with every combo, but the amount of variety to the way you structure those combos, to how you go about playing, and even going second, you have ways to structure your plays around interactions. Like, sure, the big issue is as usual, like Kaiju, Lava Golem, Sphere Mode all day, but that's really the main issue I have personally. That and Destiny Hero because Plasma with D-Force was a mistake, but that's just me. Anyway, Photon Galaxy, or Prime Photon Galaxy rather, man, so fun, dude. Like, I am actually pocketing this like full time now. This is a blast. I cannot wait to keep playing this going forward. There's not much else I can say beyond that, except not only do I have Caliburn to start grinding in Sonic Force's speed battle in just a moment, at the time of this recording, but you say alt style next month, can't wait! In fact, all of Team Satisfaction's getting alt styles, so if we get to the good stuff, oh, I am so locking in. Like, I am actually locking in. It is on site. I have got nearly 9,000 gems ready. It'll be well over 9,000 by the time I'm ready to go. So, look forward to that. But, in the meantime, that's all I've got to say. Until the next video, whatever it might be. Later, guys.